Because you mean to tell me that you allowed me go through a lot of hardship, a lot of hard time, a lot of struggle, and you did nothing about it. You were just watching me. What am I? Am I TikTok? You can't just watch me and not do something. You're an ancestor, right? You're supposed to be the spirit. Yo, do something, bro. All right, welcome to What Do We Know? This is the podcast where we take a step back from all of the noise and we pretty much question everything, from society to religion to the way that our culture has evolved. We don't hold back, and really, it's not even about being experts and giving like detailed analysis of anything. It's just we as regular people trying to question the world around us and maybe figure out things along the way. Okay, so today I do want to. It's going to be pretty random, right? There's going to be lots of things that I would read out. These are claims that people have made. We're going to look at it and figure out whether or not some of these things are true or are false. Okay, and to begin with, this is very interesting. Everyone has a purpose in life, and discovering it is key to living a fulfilled existence. Now, I completely disagree with this. I've heard it a lot of times, everyone has a purpose, life has a meaning, but I do think that life is absolutely meaningless. There's literally nothing to life other than living. And I know that this is something that makes people uncomfortable to think that we're just here and it doesn't mean anything. It's scary, I know. So it's more comforting to think, well, my life has a purpose. My life has a meaning. If you say that your life has a purpose, the question I would have for you first is, what purpose are we talking about? Are you saying that your life can just have one purpose, one meaning? That is impossible because as a human being, you're very complex. There's so many things about you. So to think that your life, your purpose is to, for example, help people. I've heard people say that before. My purpose is to help people. Well, that is one of the most it's one of the most basic things you can say because everybody helps people. It's not special. So imagine your purpose in life being something that is very basic, helping people. We help people along the way pretty much every now and then. Okay, so what do you mean your life? That's the purpose of your life. Well, if that's the purpose, then why are you doing other things even? I don't agree that life has a purpose. It doesn't have a purpose. Right. So we're gonna dive into the next thing. This next one is humans are not naturally meant to live monogamously. Being with only one partner is not the natural way. Again, this is something that I completely agree with, right? Because first of all, and again, I know that I don't want to come from a scientific point of view, right? But I do want to talk about this from things that we can all easily observe and see for ourselves, right? By nature, every other thing, every other animal, right there. Again, I'm not comparing us to beasts and all that, but I'm saying as mammals that we are, right? There's nothing about us that indicates that you ought to be with just one partner. There's nothing that indicates that. It's just we as a society that thought to ourselves, well, let's go ahead and just structure things in a way that there's order, there's no chaos. Let's reduce the chaos, pretty much. So that is the reason why we're seeing people deciding to stick with one partner. But like I said, biologically, there's nothing that you have your private organs, right? On top of your private organs, there's no inscription. Nothing is written out there that says one partner only, or is there? I don't believe that there is. So why do we feel like that's how it's meant to be? You know, I don't think it's meant to be that way. But do I think that the way that it is now is more beneficial to society? Absolutely. I think it takes away from all of the madness and chaos. So it makes sense that we came up with this idea that we should have just one partner and be faithful to them, not cheat, don't cheat on them, love them, start a family with them. Yeah, it makes sense. But if you're arguing that that's how it's meant to be, well, I don't think that is an argument that can be in your favor because, like I said, it's not there. I can show you mine right now and you would see that there's nothing there. Okay, tomorrow But there's nothing there that indicates that is meant to be for just one person. All right. And that leads us to the next thing. Pretty random. Okay. This one is all humans are truly equal, regardless of what society may suggest. All humans are truly equal. You know, the thing about this one that bothers me is the fact that I hear people sometimes say, when we die, right? It's all going to end with like the ground. You know, from dust we came, from dust we leave. So therefore, we're all equal. You know, there's no rich person who is going to leave this earth with all his riches, no matter how many cars you have, no matter how big your mansion is. It's all going to end with you going down in the ground, right? The dust. So the fact that you're going to end up in the ground doesn't mean that while you are living, you are equal with the other person there who has a far less impact in society, you know. And whether we like it or not, we live in a very materialistic world. Is it good? Is it nice that it's that way? No. But the truth is that we live in a materialistic world, right? So, given that fact, if you don't have multiple houses, if you don't have a lot of money in the bank, right, you're going to be seen as less. Like I said, it's not great. I don't love it that way. I would prefer for it to be a world where that does not exist. But that's how it is, you know. We live in this world, and given the fact that some people have less a less prominent job than some other people, right, in society, they're looked down upon, and the ones who have a much higher paying job, a job that comes with like a status and all that kind of stuff, they're more respected. In society, these two groups of people are not equal. Whether we accept it or not, they're not equal. Okay, so we're not equal. In a lot of cultures as well, right? If you are older than some other person, you're not equal with them. You are their senior, whether they like it or not. If you tell, I mean, they talk to, shut up your mouth. I say, shut up your mouth. You know how many years where I did? It's a thing. It calls to show that you're not equal. Okay, so the sooner we start to accept reality, the better for us. You know, to live a happy life. Okay, let's be happy with the truth. It doesn't hurt, to be honest to oneself. And now I would go ahead and read the next claim. This one says, our ancestors are always watching and guarding us from the spirit world. Our ancestors are always watching us. You know, if my ancestors are watching me, if they've been watching me go through all the things that I went through, I think I have beef with my ancestors. There are a lot of things I would like to say to them, and I don't think they would like them. Because you mean to tell me that you allowed me go through a lot of hardship, a lot of hard time, a lot of struggle, and you did nothing about it. You were just watching me. What am I? Am I TikTok? You can't just watch me and not do something. You're an ancestor, right? You're supposed to be the spirit. Yo, do something, bro. But if you're not doing anything, then I feel like that is an indication that you do not exist. You are not real. So if you ask me, yes, the ancestors, the whole ancestor thing, oh, they're watching us. Nah, it doesn't make sense. They're not watching nobody. Absolutely not. All right, and this takes me to the other one. This one is the world would have been chaotic and without order if not for religion. Oh, this is a good one. Do I believe that this world would have been chaotic, would have been without order if we didn't have religion to save us? Absolutely not. And I think it's in moments like this that I remind us of how brilliant humans are, right? So we're not dumb. Okay, so to think that if we didn't have religion telling us, well, don't do this, this is wrong and this is good, we probably would have just been in the dark and just doing all of this bad stuff to each other. That to me is insane. And the question that I'd like to ask is, do you think that if we didn't have religion, right, we were not going to have technology? I want you to think about that question, right? It may not seem like it correlates, but hold on, just follow me, right? This is religion. This is technology here. on all of the advancements that we've made. Do you think that if we didn't have religion, we're not going to have airplanes flying around? We're not going to have submersibles. We're going to have cars. We're going to have mobile phones and everything else that we have today. Do you think so? I'm sure your answer is no. I'm sure you feel like humans would have still found a way to come up with all of this great stuff. Now, if humans would be brilliant enough to come up with all of this great technology that we have right now, AI and everything, if we would have had the mind, the brilliance to come up with things so intricate, what makes you think that coming up with a set of rules and regulations to protect society, having observed and realized that fighting is bad, right? It doesn't produce a good result, and peace is better off, right? And not forcefully taking things from someone or raping someone, haven't realized that all of these things are better off. You feel like people would have not thought to themselves, like, yo, let's have rules that put these things in check. Absolutely. People would have done that. Yes. Humans would have done that. So, with or without religion, life would have been better. Like, we would have gotten to a better place. But do I think that religion has, in a way, helped to shape society and put people more in check? Yes. I think that some people have, because of their religious belief, decided to do more good, refrain from some evil stuff that maybe they would have been engaging in if they were not in church, or if they were not a part of the mosque. And yeah, so it's for reasons like this that I personally think, well, sure, whatever religion that you hold on to, maybe hold on to it, because maybe that's why you are good. Because for some people, I know that if they don't care, they don't care, But if there's something that they look up to or someone that they look up to, they might chill more than usual. So I think, yeah, religion in a way has helped society. So yeah, it's been absolutely fun doing this. It's been great doing this. Remember, this is What Do We Know? So everything that I say is not final, okay? This is just an opportunity for you to also listen to someone else who probably is saying something that's on your mind, and you can also ponder on it, right? That's what this is. So I'm not telling you that everything I've said is what you must run along with. Do your own math, okay? But yeah, until the next episode, have a wonderful time.